Canberra and call the member for Solomon.
Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker, and I appreciate the opportunity to speak. It's an absolute privilege to rise and speak on this motion today. We as a people and as a nation owe a great debt of gratitude to the men and women who have served this great nation, no matter what ensign they served under, be it the Royal Australian Navy, the Australian Regular Army, the Royal Australian Air Force, the Merchant Navy, the Citizens Military Force or the Reserves, and for that matter those that have served our nation in various agencies but can never speak of their service. Deputy Speaker, military service, national service and veterans issues are causes that are particularly close to my heart. In my first speech in this place, I mentioned that my father, John Gosling, is the son of a World War II veteran, and that when Dad was called up for national service at the age of 20, he chose the infantry and joined the fight in Vietnam. My dad's birthday, the 21st of December 1948, came up in the National Service Lottery, and you can see the barrel that they used to draw those marbles, each imprinted with a birth date, at the National Vietnam Veterans Museum at San Remo in Victoria. Dad felt that national service was the result of a democratic process, and there was some good that came of the training, if not much good that came from war. National service created a significant impression on my dad and gave him lifelong friends. I remember meeting Dad's Nasho mates coming to our house in the 70s, and I have seen the strength of those bonds. Dad joined the 6th Battalion on their second tour, and he lost some good mates in firefights in the New Maytao Mountains. Dad knew Nashos that were killed, and of course, as mentioned earlier, there were many Nashos that paid the ultimate sacrifice at the Battle of Long Tan in the 6th Battalion's first tour. My dad instilled in me a deep sense of respect for service to our nation and the virtue of public service. The National Serviceman's Medal includes the Stars of the Southern Cross, representing national service being influential in the machinery of the Defence Force during a time of need and its broad impact in Australia. Surrounding the central device on the medal is a cog, the traditional symbol representing the spirit of cooperation between the Australian Defence Force and the Australian community. I can clearly remember when the National Service Medal was introduced in 2001. I remember thinking, well, that's about time. 4 years later, on the 17th of July 2005, the National Servicemen's Association of the Northern Territory in Darwin was formed, and it currently has 22 members. Members of the National Servicemen's Association of the Northern Territory are active in my electorate of Solomon, including in the Pensioners' Workshop in Winnellie, which is a men's shed that, amongst other things, produces works of art such as a wooden territory plaque that will soon welcome people in my parliamentary office. The Northern Territory Association was instrumental in the campaign to rename the path on Darwin's Esplanade to Anzac Centenary Walk, complete with a plaque, and also at the Darwin North RSL earlier this year, they also laid a plaque. Now, the Darwin North RSL is home to the National Servicemen's Association of the Northern Territory. The Darwin North RSL is currently in a battle to stay afloat, and I'm confident they will succeed with much community support, and I really want to thank all those people that have pledged support to help Darwin North stay afloat. If you want to help at all in that effort, please get in touch with me. When the Shadow Minister for Veterans Affairs, Amanda Richworth, visited Darwin last week, we met with Kaz from the NT Veterans Centre at the North Darwin RSL, and I think it is a location that is ideally suited for a physical NT Veterans Centre to be built. I just want to quickly acknowledge my friend Tony Sievers on his election to the NT Parliament and his appointment as the Minister assisting Veterans Affairs under the Chief Minister, Michael Gunner. The National Servicemen's Association NT holds a Remembrance Day every year at the Adelaide River War Cemetery, and the Darwin North RSL, with the National Servicemen's Association, puts on a cracking Anzac Day service each year. Most members of the NT National Servicemen's Association were a part of the earlier intakes of national service, including the President, Ivan Walsh. National servicemen were called up at a time of great uncertainty for our country, and should we not be able to meet future force requirements, the issue may again enter the Australian experience. To our national servicemen, thank you for your service and your ongoing contribution to the community. I salute you for your service and your concern for the protection of our land, our freedoms and our way of life. Thank you, Deputy Speaker.
I thank the member for Solomon. The